Hi, I'm Gabi, and welcome to Gabbing with Gabi. In this series, we sit down with fellow artists who brought their knowledge and talent to the world via the internet. It's a chance for them to put down their brushes, step away from their easels, and to talk about themselves. And it's a great opportunity for all of us to get to know them better. Our guest today is Paul. Paul, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Paul from Painting with PA Brew News, and here we are.
Awesome. And Paul, can you tell us where you're from?
I'm from Pennsylvania, over in the Columbia County area.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So Paul, what medium do you use?
I do the wet on wet oil painting, basically.
Okay.
I started with acrylic, mostly oil painting.
Okay. And what do you prefer to paint?
I like landscapes. I just think I think landscapes are nice for me because one, I can set the mood that I like with a landscape, and as Bob Ross said a long time ago, there's no wrong way to paint a tree. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be so hypercritical.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never heard that thought about setting the mood, but that makes total sense. That's a great thought. How long have you been oil painting?
I started in 2015-ish. I just out of a whim.
Okay. Yeah. Anything that really brought you to it specifically?
I watched Bob Ross growing up as a kid. Now watch out, rush hour, here it comes. But I watched Bob Ross growing up as a kid with my sister. Ooh, it's a big truck. I'm out here in the country, just so you guys know. Don't worry about it. It's fine. They're not coming to get me yet. But I watched it growing up with my sister. And unfortunately, he was so soothing. He was on in the mornings on PBS. So we would be there with our backpacks sitting on the couch, and then we'd just slowly lean back on our backpacks and we'd fall asleep. And then my dad would come home at like 11 or 12 after he got done doing work and be like, "What are you kids doing?" And they're like, "Oh, we were watching Bob Ross. We fell asleep." Oh, and then he'd take us to school all mad. But we watched Bob Ross growing up. And when I was, what was going on? My ex at the time, she pulled out this whole big like toolbox. And I was like, "Ooh, a toolbox." I'm a maintenance guy by heart, so toolboxes intrigue me. It was full of painting stuff. And it was all acrylic paint. And I was like, well, let me give it a go. And I painted my first painting that day, and it actually came out pretty cool. And it was just from what I remembered watching Bob Ross when I was a kid. And that's kind of started the whole thing.
Awesome. How long do you think you are going to paint?
I don't know, because I honestly will probably paint the rest of my life. But I have, I hate to say this word, but like spurts of creativity. Like for instance, I'm getting back into music right now, and I haven't done that since like 2014-ish. You know what I mean? So like it ebbs and wanes. However, this new YouTube channel that I just made has definitely inspired me to keep going to share it with people. So kind of probably quite a bit. I know that was a wordy answer, but quite a bit.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. What do you do for work?
I am in the maintenance field at a major corporation. I've been in maintenance for, I started doing schooling in 1996 and still doing it today. So long time. I'm more in the managerial side now than the field, but I do miss the field quite a bit because I like putting my hands on stuff and making things happen.
Yeah. I think that people that are in that field are becoming less and less, and it's making them more and more important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because things can't fix themselves. Do you have other hobbies outside of art and music and fixing stuff?
Well, with art, music, I wrote 2 novels so far. I need to publish those. They're basically Lovecraftian novels, so more the darker side thing. One is called The House in the Hollows, and the other is a collective work with different short stories in it. That is The Door in the Hillside, Vanishing on Hex Path, Force of Old. I mean, the list goes on of the shorts that are in those. I've always been creative. Creative writing's always good, so I like lyrics, and that's why I became in the 1996-ish. Again, I started doing music with my band Permanent Midnight. I have 16 bands since, and I'm working on a new one right now. And so I have music, painting, writing, movies, screenwriting. What else do I do? Native music, so acoustic native stuff like that. And I tan hides. I'm a trapper, fisherman, hunter, that kind of hunter-gatherer thing. One of my newest adventures is my new YouTube channel called PA Outdoors Couple, where we also do camping and foraging and exploring Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm. We just need you doing reenactments like me, and you'll be good to go. I think you'd fit
Well, like
right
I
in.
have a whole rendezvous outfit already, so there you go.
That's exactly what I do.
I'm regrowing. I've had it before, but I'm actually related to Stonewall Jackson. So I'm actually down there. The other side of my family is the Jacksons. So they do the big thing in Wilmington, and I'm actually regrowing my Stonewall beard right now. I'm going for Gandalf the Grey finally. So
Awesome.
back then.
I love it. Do you sell your work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How is that successful? What do you do that's successful?
I get people at work that like it and they buy it, and that's pretty much it. This is the first. Actually, recently for the first time, I had someone. I contacted them and said, "Hey," she said, "I have clients that like artwork. Can you do something like the one painting you just did for my client?" And it was more like a weird, like Milky Way kind of night sky. So it's called Create Your Own Galaxy on my channel right now, and that sold for $150, which everyone tells me is too little. But I don't care about that kind of stuff. So I sell my paintings for anywhere from $40 to $60 to $80, depending on what it is. Mm-hmm. I don't really care about profit so much. Mm-hmm. It was really spurring me that people were buying it, because for a long time I was working and kind of making bare bones. And this, like when I sold a painting, I had enough money to splurge and like get my kids a really nice dinner or something, like, or take them out and buying something nice, which was nice because it helped me as a father. But then it all just helped me as a man working, scraping by, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, all those little things, all those little different little bits and bobs, accumulative, help spur an artist, you know what I mean? So,
yeah. I saw that video that you did of the galaxy, by the way. Just absolutely beautiful. So beautiful. I loved it. Actually, when I was watching it, I'm like, I wonder if he still has that piece. Like, I would consider buying that piece from you. That's, and I paint. I could probably, but I can't paint it like that. That's beautiful. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons why I started my channel, because I want to tell people, actually, I have an old school playlist. If you look down below in my content, from the PA Brew News is where I actually started doing that. So there's 33 episodes on PA Brew News before I started this channel. So my biggest thing is step by step showing people that they can do it. Mm-hmm. If I can do it, then you can do it.
Absolutely.
That's how I do it.
Yeah. Yep. Me too. How many pieces do you think you've painted?
700.
Yeah. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have most of those still sitting around, or have you sold a lot of them?
I have at least 100 sitting around, at least 100. Yeah. I have stacks of painting that are done. They're upstairs just hanging out. Yeah. I gave them away. My ex-mother-in-law used to take totes of paintings and take them to different art festivals. She used to sell jewelry. So I said, just take this. I just gave her totes. Be like, here, take this. Put $20 a pop on them. That kind of thing. And then she'd sell them all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. Awesome.
That's awesome. That was, again, when times were tough, stuff like that was like really spurring me on. And it wasn't the dollar figure so much. It was that kind of like, wow, I'm doing something good.
Mm-hmm. 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 Well, and it's nice to, if you know how to paint affordably, you can sell your work affordably. That's kind of my attitude towards it.
Yep. Yeah. And breaking the fourth wall here, she gave me some questions, just to let you know. And then some of them was about like the difficulties, and that comes into that. Mm-hmm. Paint affordably is really hard unless you know what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll get to that. Actually, my next question is, when you first started, what was easy for you?
Easy was creating. Hard was making it not look like a big brown blob. That's the hard part. And that goes back to the difficulty section. So, I mean, they'll come in circle too. I've been very creative since I was a kid. I've done a lot of drawings. There was this weird stint, like 2008. From 2008 to 2009, I did like 15 or 16, like big hand done, just me and my finger, pencil, number 2 pencil on a finger, did all these animals. I even did my daughter when she was sleeping on my lap. I have that framed. And then I just stopped. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like, it just, and then nothing. Mm-hmm. And then in 2014, 15, painting. Let's give that a go. Mm-hmm. But I've been continuing on that. Actually, before I did my YouTube channel, I didn't paint for a year and a half. And I just was like, okay, I'll do it again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I started a YouTube channel. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, and you don't want to get burned down on it, because then it's not fun. It's not art anymore. So
I don't do anything that's not fun. And I don't do anything that takes a long time.
Yeah, me too.
When I started painting, I tried to do stuff when I was worried about all these details and all this and all that. And anything over a certain amount of time and frustration level, I would just put my knife straight through the painting and throw it on the fire. And
Dang.
I tried to do that. Let's paint to relax. No way.
Mhm.
If I'm not relaxed, I can't paint. If I'm not feeling it, I can't paint, because then you're just wasting canvases, because I
Yeah.
can't. Now,
Yeah.
I painted weird things, though. I painted some Lovecraftian things. If you look at my Instagram page, oil paintings by P. Rameli. I know that's different. My last name's Rameli. Oil paintings by P. Rameli. It's on Facebook and Instagram. You'll see, like, there's a couple of Cthulhu weird style paintings. Also, some different, like, the background will have angles to it. That's actually artwork from my novels.
Okay.
So that's why that's like that. So
Yeah. Awesome. And artwork comes in so many different ways. Is there anything else that you'd like to say about what's sort of difficult, or what has been difficult for you?
yes, the biggest thing that I've had to conquer is honestly the style. The style has been the hardest, because if you go back, obviously Bob Ross is going to be a big inspiration to most people. Bill Alexander and stuff like that. Obviously, the whole deal. But he keeps talking about how thick the paint is. The thick paint sticks to a thin paint sticks to a thick paint. Blah 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 blah. You can't get paint like that anymore. They've dulled down everything, and they've cheapened up. Even the Bob Ross paint is like cream now when it's supposed to be thick. So fighting that medium, going by the knowledge that you're receiving, which is now antiquated, has been strife in my life. You know what I mean? So what I do now is I use acrylic paints a lot to do a background medium. So you don't, when you do put the oil on and you do your thing, you don't have to put as much paint on. So you can work around those slight inconsistencies, so you don't become a mud mixer at the end of the day. And that's a big deal. That's something you have to learn. Now, as affordability comes in, I can literally get Wally World oil paint and make a canvas that looks like this. Like that. And I can, and that's with Wally World paint. You know what I mean? So there is the only paint that I will not skimp on. And I know this is going to be contradictory to the Wally World stuff. The only paint that I will not skimp on is white. Titanium white. I only buy Winton white, because Winton white is thick enough for me to do clouds and to do the hazes and the fogs that I need to do to get the atmosphere that I want. So there you go.
Yeah. I know that's kind of a controversial thing too. I made it this mission to try every single brand I can get my hands on. So I'm over 65 brands at this point. But I really do believe a good artist can make any brand of paint work.
Absolutely.
If you know the medium well enough, you should be able to do it. And if you can't, then you either, stick to whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Artists can do whatever you want, but figure out how to make it work.
Yeah. The only equipment only makes a good artist practice harder. And if you have a great guitar, but you cannot play, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But if you are pretty good and you get, like for me, when I got my new Korg Triton keyboard, 88 key back in the day, I practiced from once a week. I was playing it every day, every single day. And I didn't get good, but I got better. You know what I mean? Like, and that's, that's kind of the thing is you wanted to play with it. You wanted to practice because you had that extra medium. So the first time you get a whole, like anybody listen right now, if you really want a nice set of starters, get the Bob Ross Master Kit. It comes with everything you need. All the brushes. I say this on my channel all the time. All the brushes you need to paint a masterpiece, all the paint, all the liquid white comes with it. Boom, bam, done. Bob's your uncle. Have a good time. And if at the end of the day, you wasted 5 canvases and you had a good time, you're still a winner. And by the end of the day, after 5 canvases, you start realizing you're not too bad at this, even better. Yeah. But never give up about what you do. Just it always takes practice. With me, it's kind of funny. Just like a guitar or whatever, I always go back and try to find my touch. My nails are only long because I started playing the guitar again. Usually they're trimmed. But with the touch, like if I'm doing like snow on the mountains and stuff like that, sometimes either the brush or the knife actually falls out of my hands. That's how light I'm doing it. And it just, boop, oh, it's on the ground again. Okay, whatever. Got to pick it up and do it again. You have to get those nuances. And it doesn't come naturally, but you have to work on it, how to load the brush, how to load the knife, how to do this, how to do that. And then sometimes I leave like knowing everything. A month later, I come back and I have to learn it all over again. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think if I stepped that away that long, I would probably either lose my mind or forget how to paint. So it's like I always want to have a brush in my hand because it's a muscle memory thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. What advice do you have for anybody just getting started?
Again, you have to learn your medium. Don't go expensive. Go cheap first. Go cheap. Go Wally World cheap. Buy your brushes. Buy this. Have fun doing it. Don't worry about, I'm going to make this. You don't know what you're going to make.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exercise your brain before you exercise anything else. Use your imagination. And the best way you can do that is buy a pack of cheap brushes and a pack of cheap sponge brushes, some acrylic paint, some oil, and an oil pack from Wally World. I'm not a sponsor for Wally World. I'm just saying. And make a dark forest. Put your imagination in that forest and make monsters in there, make creatures, and just do your own thing. Don't worry about, I'm going to make this owl, this picture, or this or that. No, go away all that preset idea. Make your own damn thing.
Yeah, absolutely. When you first started, is there anything that you wish you had known?
Wish I had known how damn expensive it would be if you really wanted to like run with the big boys. You know, it's one of those kind of deals. Like I always say, fly fishing is the golf of hunting, you know, because it's so expensive. You know what I mean? Now that I know that I can do more with less, it's a big deal. But you need to know how to work around the fact that even if you're paying a high price, the equipment's not the same. You know, we live in a very disposable market now, so it's you're not getting the same quality you did 20 years ago. So don't look for that price tag to get quality. Find what you can and go to the hardware store and buy brushes that you're going to paint a house with and make a masterpiece.
Yeah. Who inspires you?
I guess me. I'm so great. Honestly, like Bob Ross inspired me how to paint, and just me driving around PA inspires me. My mind inspires me, that kind of thing. I don't paint because of anything other than just, I drove home one day in a foggy morning and I saw a patch of a creek that looked awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to paint that damn creek. I'm just going to paint because I got inspired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yeah. It's not a way I usually think about it, but absolutely. I totally agree with you on that. Do you have a favorite piece that you have painted?
Yes, I do. I can actually get it. It's right over there, but it is pinned. To make it quicker, it is pinned on my Oil Paintings by P. Rameli page. It's a giant kind of morning mist creek setting with a deer in the background.
Okay. And then is that
the second one is that Milky Way one.
Okay, yeah. That one is so pretty. I was going to ask you a question. Oh, your favorite picture. Would you ever sell that picture?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm not paying. I mean, I am and I'm not. And that's the funny thing is I started my band Funeral Dust because I couldn't find anything I wanted to listen to. So I started my own damn band to listen to it.
Yeah.
I know it sounds kind of weird, but I was like, well, there's no, I do black death metal, which is not a genre people like. And I appreciate that. I don't want anybody to listen to my music because it's for me, but I started my own stuff because there was nothing out there I wanted to hear. So I started my own damn band and I was like, well, there's nothing on my walls. There's nothing art that I can afford because I've been to galleries and I've seen some beautiful pieces. They want $600 for a print. Well, I'll pay my own damn art then. And then it's what I did. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, I have no qualms about selling anything. You know what I mean? Of course, because that's someone saying that your time and effort and your creativity is worth my hard-earned dollar, and that's a very good thing.
Absolutely. Just kind of on that thought, I have a friend that was in college. She did pottery, and she said she made her very favorite pot. And she's like, "Is the best thing I'd ever thrown." And my teacher walked up to me and he looked at it a little bit. Then he took his wire cutter and sliced it right in half in front of her. And he's like, "I want you to know that you need to work hard enough to learn to be able to throw a perfect pot every single time." And I think art is like that too. It's like, you need to get to a point where it's like, if you have a favorite piece, somebody wants to buy it, you can sell it knowing that if it means that much to me, I'll paint it again.
There is never going to be a perfect piece for me, because I'm always going to go, boy, I could have did that better. Boy, I could have did that, because you should always be plagued with that. I know the next one's going to be better. Every time that you look at a painting, and that's why it's hard to hang a painting on a wall. The more you see it, the more you're going to hate it. Because you could do that tree better. Why did I do this? Or you could have did this. And boy, you should have took your time on that. And those are lessons. Don't let the demons beat you up. But those are lessons for the next one.
Absolutely. What is the reason for making your YouTube channel?
Everybody told me to.
Okay. Yep.
Everybody on my PA Brew News circle of friends said, need more paint. That way, people who don't want to see beer reviews, who don't want to see horror movie podcasts, they can just enjoy the painting. And that's why I did that.
That's a good idea. What does painting mean to you?
Painting. I'm not too deep. I'm not a deep man. I just, painting with me is just throwing a happy little painting together with some time and some paint. Like, I just have a good time doing it. Awesome. Like, I don't put my soul in my paintings or this or that or this. I hate to sound so superficial, but I just have a good time painting a painting. And then sometimes, like, especially back in the day when I was using more like expensive oil paints, but I didn't have a lot of money to buy more, I would literally paint, like I would put paint on my canvas or my palette, and then I would paint until that paint was gone. But it's great practice. However, the last one or two paintings, maybe a little muddy, a little bit of like, wow.
Yeah.
And I would do them consistently, like 6 or 7 paintings in the same day.
Yeah.
And I'd be a little bit burnt out by the end of it. You know what I mean? That kind of,
yeah, absolutely.
I try not to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Usually I'll do one painting, and then the next day, if there's enough paint, I'll do like hey guys, I'm just going to throw a painting together with some scrap paint, like add a little bit more to it and do another painting, but I'm not going to boom, 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 lay them out. You know what I mean? So that was in the time where I was giving totes of paintings out to my ex-mother-in-law to sell, where I felt I needed to push them out. And that's not a good feeling. You know what I mean? So I got away from all that noise.
Yeah. Part of that too is making sure that you only put enough paint on the palette to use, what you need.
Exactly. I'm still learning that to a certain degree, but it depends. Sometimes I put a blue on when I never used it, but then the next painting, I'll make sure I use the blue.
Yeah. I would have a hard time being one of those painters that like lays out their palette and is like, these are the colors that I'm going to use. I have a French field easel with a drawer, and so all my paints are right there at my hand. And I put some color on, and then I'm like, I think I want this color. So I kind of add to my palette as I go, versus.
I put every color I have on my palette, and then I mix blends. So I have everything.
Yeah.
I never know what I'm going to do when I start.
Me neither.
I have no concept. I might go, okay, I have acrylic paint. I'm going to acrylic this painting. So, okay, there's acrylic. So I'm going to use a lot of color. So there's black. But what am I actually going to do? I really don't know. You know what I mean? And there is times where I go full scale. And I go, okay, well, now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing that. Now I'm doing this. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
before we go on to our bonus questions, do you have any pieces that are with you that you want to show us?
Well, right now, like I said, I have. Oh, calm down there, buddy. Don't spill your beverage. This is now going to a lucky winner, Far Out Amazing Adventures. He just won this from my Mother's Day giveaway. So cheers to you. This is, it's painted all around, and that's going up to him. So that is awesome for you. This is another painting that's going to be going up on the YouTube channel. It's already posted. It's just not live yet. So that one is going to be going. It's a nice little creek atmosphere. I like these dark, kind of moody paintings. That's kind of my thing. I even made the old dead tree bridge that kind of came around there. I haven't done that yet. So it's been fun. I mean, it's a little adventure, and I don't know what I'm going to do when I paint. So like, I'll make a whole messy acrylic canvas and go, whatever. I don't know. The one painting I just got done doing before that has a little cabin in it. I don't usually do cabins, but I put a little cabin in it.
Awesome. Yeah.
Little cabin. So it's fun.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to your bonus questions. I like hypothetical questions, so I have at least one of those for you. Okay. If you could go back in time to witness one thing or one event, what would it be and why?
My hero growing up was always obviously my father. Obviously, your parents are your heroes, obviously. But one of my biggest heroes growing up, real big hero, was Steve Irwin. I still remember when I was a kid, in 92 watching like the first ever Rush Hour, the first ever like commercials for Crocodile Hunter coming up, and I was just glued to the channel waiting for this moment in my life, and then it came. You know what I mean? And I would have loved to just a chance to get to meet him in person would have been amazing. So to just go back and share any time with him would have been probably best time of my life. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So
bonus question number 2. What is one thing that people usually recommend to either have or to do in the world of painting that you think is a bad idea?
Preconceived notions. No, just go for it. Have fun. You're not going to have fun if you know exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
Or like, as cool as consigned pieces are, I hate them.
Oh yeah.
I don't want, no, I'm going to paint a painting. If you like it, buy it. If not, just go away.
Yeah.
And the other thing is like, if you get the wrong people involved with your consignment, they're like, okay, make sure that you thank this person. Make sure you send a letter. Make sure you do this. Make sure I'm a punk. You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
Like metalhead freak. I am not really big on getting told what to do and rules. So like, yeah, I'm not into that, man.
Yeah. Me neither.
Oh, the thing is like, do not give a crap what people think about you or your art.
Yeah.
People really care anymore. They're told to like, I don't know what happened. Even my mother, when I was a little kid, said, do not give a shnikey what people think about you. And I've held that true the rest of my life. I mean, look at me. I'm great metal living in the woods, paint, like covered in paint. You know what I mean? Like I'm having a good time because I don't care what you think about me.
Yeah.
But like, do not listen to people. I've played metal music for a long time, and I've had a lot of people talk a lot of smack too. Where's yours? Where's your painting? Where's your art? Where's your metal album? Oh, you don't have one. Well, then who cares? You have nothing to say. You're not listening. Enjoy what you do and have a good time. Hey, drunk one off. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, right? And in the morning, it'll look totally different.
Yeah, you're like, wow, cool.
I did a good job. Or I thought I did a good job, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Do you have any sort of final thoughts as we finish this up?
Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to interview me. I hope the channel does well, honestly. I'm just going to keep enjoying what I do and posting up content. I have about 20 or so episodes already posted. Obviously, they're not all up yet. I'm going to do those every 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. When I can remember, I'll post a thing. If you were wondering, in my time-lapse videos, all the music is mine.
Okay.
So all the music in the time-lapse videos is mine. It's from an album. Most of it's from an album called From Our Blood, which is the Native American music. And then the other more electronic stuff is from an album called Electric Earth that I did. Okay. So that's what that is. Nothing too crazy. Just really appreciative. You already gave me the kind of scoop of why you're doing what you're doing. So no, I just had a great time doing it. It's simple, easy peasy kind of an interview. I've done a few interviews now with the PA Brew News channel and stuff. Yeah, check out PA Brew News. It's on YouTube. It's 3 words now. It used to be 1. PA Brew News for beer reviews from all over the world, stuff like that. The Maniacs Meet podcast. We're right here, the Painting with PA Brew News channel, and the other channel I just started recently was the PA Outdoors Couple, where we explore all the aspects of Pennsylvania. Yeah. But other than that, I just had a great time. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have an Instagram as well?
Instagram, Oil Paintings by P. Ramali. Facebook, Oil Paintings by P. Ramali.
Awesome. And that's anywhere else we can find you?
No.
Awesome. Perfect. We got it. Okay. Well, I think that's it. Thank you very much for coming on. This has been a lot of fun to chat with you, and I appreciate you coming on. And for you guys, if you guys haven't seen his work, go to his channel, subscribe to his channel, and look at his work. A great place is his Instagram to see like pictures of his work. You are a great artist. You are a great artist. I absolutely mean that. Your work is so beautiful. So beautiful. So guys, go check out his work. Like his work, share his work, subscribe, hit him up. And I think that's about it.
Yeah. Again, and as soon as I hit 100 subscribers, I'm doing another free giveaway. So every 100 after that is going to be a free giveaway. So make sure that when I post the channel, when I post those things of the free giveaway, comment underneath. That's how you get entered for the free giveaway. And I don't care where you live in the world, you'll get it for free.
Awesome. That's so awesome. Great. Okay, guys, I think that's it again. I'm Gabi. This is Paul. Again, make sure you guys hit him up. And until next time, I really do hope that you guys fall in love with oil painting just as much as we have. Bye, guys.
Cheers.